Hey, what's up everyone? My name is Tommy. Welcome to my hobby channel. And today, as I'm filming this, is the day after one of the crazier trade deadlines in the NBA that I can remember, at least in recent memory. Obviously had the big James Harden trade going to the Sixers for a package for Ben Simmons. And there's a whole other bunch of trades going on. My favorite team, the Spurs, obviously kind of deciding to blow it up and I guess, not enter tank mode, but definitely looking for more of a rebuild. So I thought it'd be a good idea to finally open this NBA Hoops hobby box I've been sitting on. This is the first release for the 2021-2022 season. And I've always liked NBA Hoops. It is, I guess, one of the lower end NBA products, but it's one of the ones that's been around the longest. So I always like taking a look at it. If you see here in the back, there are all sorts of parallels you can hit. One auto per box. So without further ado, I'm just going to get right into it. Gonna make this a quick one. But yeah, no, a lot of trades going on yesterday. I think everybody's got an opinion on who won the 76ers Nets trade. I kind of think it's a short-term, long-term type of situation, to be honest with you. I think short-term, obviously, the Nets coming ahead, turning, no production from Ben Simmons, basically Seth Curry's production into James Harden, I think is a bit of an improvement. But the Nets got a whole lot of pieces in terms of, moving towards the future. I think it might end up being kind of addition by subtraction when you factor in they still got KD, and I think, one too many cooks in the kitchen kind of might have been going on with KD, James Harden, and Kyrie when he is available. So, but yeah, you still have KD to mainly run the offense. Obviously, Seth Curry is a great piece, and Andre Drummond and 2 first-round picks to kind of round it out. That was a heavy price to pay. So, adding Ben Simmons' defense in there, I think the Nets might actually, in the long term, kind of come out ahead. But let's see what we got here. Let's see how many people that we can pull out that ended up getting traded yesterday. So get that out of here. Speaking of the Nets, DeAndre Jordan, obviously a Laker now. Goran Dragic. So here's one. Spurs had traded for Goran Dragic, and I was super excited because I've always liked Goran Dragic. I always kind of thought he'd be perfect for the Spurs. And then they immediately announced that they were going to buy him out. So he's not ever going to play for the Spurs, and he might be going to the Mavericks, which breaks my heart even a little bit more. Donovan Mitchell. There's a Zach LaVine. Julius Randle, who we thought was going to get traded because he's unhappy with the Knicks. Who wouldn't it be? Kawhi. Nikola Jokic. Okay, that's kind of cool. Numbered to 2021. Kind of like that. Road to the finals. And Kai Jones. Devontae Graham. Klay Thompson. Luka Doncic. Is that Kuzma? Yep, Kyle Kuzma. He's having a good year for the Wizards. Jalen Smith, who I believe got traded. I don't remember who he got traded to yesterday. Jakob Poeltl, who almost got traded. Thought we were going to end up losing him. He's one of the few guys who didn't get traded from the Spurs. And an Artis Proust to 25, Zach LaVine. Zero gravity. I really like that card. I don't know what the hit odds on something like that are. That's a really nice card. I like that. That is a nice card. I'm going to have to sleeve that up later, set that to the side. And Keon Johnson. Kendrick Nunn, Tristan Thompson. Ooh, got a little shiny in the back there. Jason Tatum, Duncan Robinson. I really like those Miami Heat jerseys. That Vice City style jersey. C.J. McCollum, who is now with the New Orleans Pelicans. I think he was one of the major trades before the trade deadline. Trae Young. And a Dirk Nowitzki. Franchise leader. I like this old school kind of throwback. Oops, there's a Luka Garza on the back. There's the back of that. 3-point leader. For now, we'll see how much Luka can put up in his time with the Mavericks, but I always loved watching Dirk play, even though I'm a big Spurs fan. There were some great playoff series in between the two teams. Always respected Dirk, even if I didn't respect the team he played for. So, Ricky Rubio, I know he got moved. I can't remember who Cleveland shipped him to. Or is there so many trades going on, it's hard to keep track of all of them. So, Jonas Valanciunas. Paul Millsap, who, again, was shipped out. He might have been part of the... Was he another piece of the James Harden trade, or was he another... I'll have to take a look later. But Miles Turner, Vucevic, and speak of the devil, James Harden, high court, from his half a season, I guess, with the Nets. So there we go. I guess he played one season, kind of half a season last year and half a season this year. Most triple doubles in team history. Good for him. I guess you can't say he didn't do nothing when he was there. Weren't really winning towards the end. And there's a Jeremiah Robinson Earl rookie. So I think these are one rookie per pack in the hobby boxes. I saw that retail was going to be 2. Was really hoping to hit some Josh Primo in this box. I kind of was looking at getting a Josh Primo auto, and so many of them were listed so high, I kind of figured I might as well just buy a hobby box and see what I get. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. There's a LaMelo Ball second year. R.J. Barrett. Paul George. Oh, is that an auto coming up? Ooh. Might be our auto coming up. Davis Bertans. I believe he was part of the Kristaps Porzingis trade. See if that's our auto coming up. I thought I saw a backwards card. Jalen Suggs now playing. And we got a Kessler Edwards rookie. And yeah, looks like we got a Piston. Chauncey Billups? Wow, okay. I will take a Chauncey Billups autograph. Absolutely. Definitely more of a throwback player. I always loved watching Chauncey Billups play. He was a good player. Key part of those Pistons teams. So I will take a Chauncey Billups autograph. Not the Joshua Primo auto I was hoping for, but that is solid. Solid auto. I feel like anytime you open up a box like this and you actually know who the autograph is of, you're coming out ahead. So there's Isaiah Stewart, Chris Boucher. I think it's Boucher. I don't know. I like to say Boucher because of the water boy. I don't know if he actually pronounces it that way. R.J. Hampton, Anthony Edwards. There's Keldon Johnson. Bam Adebayo. And a Cade Cunningham. Something next. Can't actually read what the front of that card says. I'm not going to sit here and waste my time. But yeah, Cade Cunningham. Insert. I want to say this says... Honestly, no idea. So word that starts with a W. There's your Wordle for the day right there. If you could tell me in the comments below what that top word is. I want to say be like watch or something, but yeah, I mean, what is that word? That is one of the more ridiculous fonts I've seen for an insert. So, and then a David Johnson rookie. So far, obviously we got the Cade Cunningham insert, but Rookie's leaving a little bit much. A little left to be desired on those, but we'll see if that picks up the next half of the pack. Russell Westbrook, we all thought he was going to get traded. Harrison Barnes. Dennis Schroeder, who I was actually surprised ended up being kind of part of a salary cap dump going to Houston. Boston trading back for Daniel Theis, who they let walk. I always think that's funny. Norman Powell. Kyle Anderson, former Spur. Monte Morris. Here is a colored insert of Jeff Green. Jeff Green, I don't know if these are numbered. So the purples, it does not look like they are numbered. But I'm a big fan of purple parallels, so I will take that. And Jonathan Kuminga, who's actually playing decently with the minutes he's been getting. Cedi Osman, Jashawn Tate for the Rockets, Kyra Lewis Jr., Karis LeVert, Kobe White, Mitchell Robinson, what we got back here, City Edition for Colin Sexton. I actually really like a lot of these inserts for hoops this year. The ones you can actually read legibly. So, and Jaden Springer. Still looking for. There weren't too many big name rookies in this class, but I'd like to see one of those lottery picks pop up here soon. There's Bukashevsky, Chris Paul, Josh Jackson, who I believe was traded again. Nicholas Batum, Thomas Bryant, Mike Conley, and here's a Jalen Green. I think is actually playing pretty well for a pretty bad Rockets team. Yeah, these are nice inserts that they got. I'm a big fan. I might like the inserts more than I like the base cards here in this set. And Josh Christopher, speaking of a bad Rockets team. It's one of those things, it's always nice when you can dog on the Rockets, but the Spurs aren't that far behind in terms of not winning very many games. Spurs have been competitive, but yeah, decided to kind of just stock up for a rebuild, I guess is the polite way of putting that. Picked up 3 first-round draft picks in trade deals, so can't be too mad at that. Tobias Harris, Cole Anthony. I like watching play Carmelo Anthony. This is just the Anthony pack going on. Derek White, former Spur now. He was shipped off to the Celtics. Part of one of the bigger deals the Spurs pulled off. Hope he finds success there. Liked watching him play. Well, Gordon Hayward, Valanciunas, and Evan Mobley. Finally, a decent rookie, I feel like. Evan Mobley has been playing pretty well. Still a couple of good rookie inserts, but that's kind of the first rookie to write home about. We've pulled out of this set. So, De'Aaron Fox, Enes Freedom now just got traded and then he bought out, so he'll be in the buyout market. So he's part of that salary cap deal the Celtics made with the Rockets. Jaren Jackson Jr. Senior played for the Spurs for a bit. There's a Jeff Green base. Malcolm Brogdon. And a Zion insert. High voltage. Of course, Zion not been on the court this year. So we'll see if he can actually make it back. I hope he does, obviously. Don't want to see him be written off as one of the bigger draft mistakes, but apparently he just needs to lose a little bit of weight and get his feet back under him. I'd like to see him back on the court. So, Eric Gordon. There's another Zion, speaking of. Darius Bazley. Patrick Williams. Derrick Rose. Eric Bledsoe, Carl Anthony Towns, Prime Time, or Prime Twine insert. I see what they did there. I like that. And Moses Moody. Still hanging our hat on the Evan Mobley for the rookie portion of these, but I'm really digging the inserts more, I think, the further along we go. Isaac Okoro, John Wall, we'll see what his future holds. Brandon Ingram, TJ Warren, Lonzo Ball, having a good year for the Bulls. Emmanuel Quickley, and another Jokic insert. Let's say Hypnotized. I wish they'd actually just, you know, put the name of the insert on the back. There we go. We can see a little bit more. Hypnotized. But yeah, no, some of the fonts obviously a little harder for me to read. I don't have the best eyesight even with wearing glasses, so. James Harden, again, new 76er. Gary Trent Jr. Dante DiVincenzo, who was shipped off to the Kings. Luke Kennard. Denny Avdija, who might get a little more playing time now that Spencer Dinwiddie's out of town. Cameron Johnson. And a zero gravity, I guess the base version of Zach LaVine to go with our number to 25. And Jalen Johnson. Coming down the home stretch here. Seth Curry, he was another key piece of that 76ers Nets trade. James Wiseman. Maxi Kleber. Royce O'Neal. And then Doug McDermott, who played all right for the Spurs. I wasn't excited when we signed him, and I think he's kind of just filling out our roster, but I'm sure he'll be playing a lot more now. Trey Murphy III. And Brandon Boston Jr. How many packs left we got? I feel like we got 8 packs left, but I don't know. Rashawn Holmes. Al Horford. Darius Garland. A couple of good young players for the Cavs. So, Mason Plumlee. John Collins, whose name was floating around yesterday, but I don't think a deal ever got done. Dylan Brooks. Isaiah Jackson for the insert who cannot be named. Ooh, there we go. Fumble. There we go. Isaiah Livers, I guess. If you're going to drop a rookie card, that might have been the one to do it. Got a Davion Mitchell on the back. Christian Wood. Kelly Olynyk. Kyrie Irving, the part-time player. Will Barton. Yusuf Nurkic. Mikal Bridges. Marvin Bagley. He was in a 4-team trade that I think he ended up on the Pistons. If I'm not mistaken, he was the piece that they got there. And then Davion Mitchell. A couple of decent names from the rookie class, but I really hope we get a Primo in some of these last packs. I would really like a Joshua Primo. OG Anunoby. Giannis Antetokounmpo, the Greek Freak. Danny Green. Jaden McDaniels. Spencer Dinwiddie, now of the Dallas Mavericks. Bojan Bogdanovic. City edition for John Wall, Houston, who hasn't really played for him. And James Bonite. Honestly say that is the first time I've ever seen that gentleman's name. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, coming down the home stretch, as I just put my fist in the camera. we are. Devin Booker. Brook Lopez. Ben Simmons. There we go. The newest net. Actually turn some of these around, I guess. I thought it'd only be 2. Roy Hachimura. Joe Ingles, who I believe was shipped in a 3-team deal. DeJounte Murray, my all-star. I guess the man who the Spurs plan on building around. And James Harden, 2021, road to the finals. We'll see if he's on the road to the finals with his new team, the 76ers. And Sengun, who I actually think has played well when given the minutes. Again, just a bad Rockets team. But somebody's got to put up stats for him. So, I think he should get a little more playing time. Terrence Ross. Reggie Bullock of the Mavs. Buddy Hield, who was also shipped out in what I think was one of the more ill-advised trades, I guess, that the Kings were going to make. I know they got Sabonis, who's a guy I would have loved the Spurs to have gotten. But, yeah, shipping out Halliburton and Hield. Bit of a head-scratcher. Terry Rozier. Brandon Clark. High court, Kawhi Leonard. This one looks like it's, no, not numbered. I guess the numbers on these are obviously all on the front. And Sharif Cooper. Final 4 packs. Let's see if we can pull a primo. Josh Richardson. He a Spur now. He's one of the main pieces, I guess, we got in the Derek White trade, but really it was the first round picks, I guess, that we were after yesterday. Kevin Porter. Nikola Jokic. There's Sabonis, the newest King. Or I guess not the newest. DiVincenzo would be the newest. He's one of the newer Kings. Lauri Markkanen, who's a piece I really wish the Spurs had gotten in that DeMar trade. Jalen Johnson, purple insert. I like that. Bones Highland. What a sick name. That's a sick basketball name. Wish my name was just Bones. That is awesome. That is awesome. I love that name. Always been one for good football names, but there's always a couple of good basketball names out there. I think Bones Highland might be one of them. Might be one of the better ones I know of right now. So Satoransky, also a Spur right now. Kind of one of those expiring contracts we picked up. Lou Dort, been playing real well for the Thunder. Got some real young pieces there that I like. Watch it play. Aaron Baines, former Spur. There we go, buddy. Obi Toppin. Marcus Morris. Was supposed to be a Spur at one point, but he famously backed out of the deal at the 11th hour. Bradley Beal just shut it down for the year. So will not be playing with Kristaps Porzingis this year. High court for Steph Curry. And the other Spur rookie, Joe Wieskamp. What a tease. What a tease. I believe he went to Iowa. Yeah, he a Hawkeye, but was really hoping for a primo. I have to try some retail, see if we can't get a primo. They've got 2 rookies per pack, and might heighten our odds a little bit. Here's a Chris Middleton, Joel Embiid, who I'm sure is now very happy with his new situation. Otto Porter, Jordan Clarkson, San Antonio's own Jordan Clarkson, went to high school here. DeAndre Ayton, maybe the Spurs are stacking up that cap space to give him a max deal. DeAndre Hunter. The insert that cannot be named, Davion Mitchell. I want to say it's like watch who's next type of deal. Like, that would make sense. That's what I assume that would say. So this is what I'm just going to go with. Herbert Jones. Last pack. Let's see. What could it be? Boban Marjanovic, former Spur. Tyrese Halliburton, center of the most confusing trade made at the deadline. Although Sabonis played really well, they won a game. Maybe, who knows. But anytime a guy actually wants to be in Sacramento, I feel like they should try to keep him around because it's not something you hear too much. Kelly Oubre is having a pretty good year for the Hornets. Desmond Bane, I like watching play. Karl Anthony Towns. Is that Mikal Bridges again? That's the only dupe we got this whole box, I think. So that's a pretty good run. And our last rookie is Jalen Green. So there we go. I believe it's the second pick of the draft this year. Yep, there we go. Second pick in the draft. So finally got a couple lottery guys. If you ask me, I really like the inserts in NBA hoops this year. I think that might actually be some of the more chase, for me at least, if I end up going any retail to try to get primo. But you see here, yeah, it's a big old stack of base cards. And just to kind of emphasize, those are all the inserts, including her auto. So let me know what you think of the set, maybe in the comments below. If you like the video, please drop a like and subscribe to the channel. And if you want, you can follow me on Twitter at Tommy's Hobby Channel. And yeah, the Super Bowl coming up relatively shortly in the next couple of days. Might be doing some 2020 football openings. So yeah, just keep an eye out and stay tuned. I appreciate it. See y'all later. Bye.